calls me akaniambia, L4 wewe ndio utakuwa MC wangu. I'm going to have a traditional wedding. They call it buhwe, and I want you to be my MC. Nikamwambia, Vera, uko serious? Akaniambia, no. So what I was just doing is passing the microphone from this speaker to the other speaker. No interlude, no joke, no what. Because you even don't understand what they're saying.
Oh, God.
I became the most useless MC those guys had ever seen. Then in Kenya Red Cross, I was the blood recruiter. By then, I was a tracing officer, blood recruiter, your assistant field officer.
At what recruiter?
Blood. You mobilize blood donations.
Okay.
So Kenya Red Cross was a partner to the National Blood Transfusion Services. Kama tracing officer. By then kuna watu walikuwa wanauawa wanatupa kwa maji, wengine wanauawa wanatupa kwa choo. Kuna wengine now pia the soldiers came in, walikuwa wanauawa watu, wengine wanatupa in the forest. There were people who were being arrested. At that time we went to Tarbo IDP camp. At Tarbo IDP camp, there were a lot of people. So when I see at times people trying to say, fulani asikanyaga hii town, fulani town, I reflect back. I don't think that's the Kenya people want to see. And I also feel some of the reiterations, some of the bold faces we are seeing today that we call Gen Z and everything, might be they are reflecting back to what they saw their fathers going through. I didn't have a good time with my father. No.
Okay.
No. Joel, I had a rough time growing up.
Okay.
And that's why I dropped out of school. I had a very rough time. Actually,
yes.
I was newly married.
I
had 3 cases in court. Ya huku, na ya divorce. Upkeep, union. It was tough. There was a situation where I could barely even afford a meal.
Yo. Welcome to yet an amazing conversation. And today with me in conversation is the one and only MC with the most. Mr. Elphas Kahi, aka MC L4. Karibu podcast, baba.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much.
All right.
It's good to be here.
Yes, finally.
Finally, I know. You had requested to see me, but mambo ni mob. But finally, I'm here.
Iko sawa.
Thank you for the invite and maybe seeing that I have something we can have a conversation about.
Uliko na mambo mengi bwana. Kioo cha jamii bwana. Lazima
our old story.
Lazima tufuatilie maneno yako tujue inatoka wapi. Inaenda wapi.
Thank you.
MCL4 kuna nickname nyingine ama ni hiyo tu MCL4?
MCL4.
Hakuna? Hata growing up hakuna
no L4.
Hakuna boy, hakuna
No. L4 started from high school.
Yeah, right.
So it's been L4.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So me all along mimi nimekuwa nakujua tu kama I think nilikuwa najua tu jamani Kahi. Kai was the first person tulikutana maybe juu ya miaka ama nini.
Yeah, most likely.
We ran into each other first, then I just nikakujua like the bigger Kahi.
Yes.
Hivyo. So kidogo hata sikuwa najua unafanyaga nini ama what you do ama anything like that. But 2015, 16, and then again you also became my Facebook friend. So yes. Suddenly naona MCL4. I'm like, Unyame kwange MC kweli? So how did this transition into MCing happen? Like, what's the story that led to you being MC ama ni kierere tu ulikuwa nayo tangu kitambo?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if there was kierere tangu kitambo, but my sister, the one I follow,
okay,
kept on telling me, do you know you can be a very good MC? Can you try doing MCing? Can you try doing adverts? Can you try? But I could not see her point.
Okay.
Where she was reflecting from, I was not there. So
okay.
I didn't sikuwa naelewa hata anasema nini.
All right.
But now
when is this?
This should be way back in 2004, 2005. Way back, yes.
Okay.
By then I was playing rugby for... yes. For Ulinzi.
Okay.
And Armed Forces side. Nika jeshi, bro.
Okay.
For the Armed Forces side. So, in fact, we tried to... I even went to the National Theatre to try and do these things.
Yes.
Then, because of the challenges in Nairobi accommodation, in Nikaone, it was a bit tough for me. Yes.
Okay.
So, I joined the Kenya Red Cross.
Okay.
And it had a lot of programs.
So back to pale kwa nani kwa sister yako amekuchocha unaweza kuwa MC.
Yes.
Wewe uamini. So at what point do you decide sasa I can?
That's where I was going.
Okay.
So in 2005, 2006,
interesting.
I was still in Nairobi.
Okay.
Trying hustle here and there. Then our dad died.
Okay.
So my siblings told me, hey, you are the only person who can be close to mom and help mom.
Okay.
So I chose to let me go back to Bungoma and help mom in running Koza Boma and Nini.
Yeah.
So then I joined the Kenya Red Cross as a volunteer.
Okay.
There was some organization I was in, youth organization. Red Cross wakakuja wakatuonyesha hizo sijui joining Red Cross, you need to do this and that. So we became friends with Dr. Amin, then nikaingia Kenya Red Cross.
Yeah.
Kuingia Kenya Red Cross, there were a lot of programs running. So every time programs inakawa niambia Elfo utatusimamia, hawa wakimaliza hawa watakuja, hawa wakimaliza hawa watakuja. So I could run those programs as an MC. And in fact, it was not reflecting in my mind kwamba like I'm now the MC.
You are MCing.
Yes, I was doing that things. They had youth events, Chanuka Challenge, sijui nini, mama debates, nini. I was there just at the center of everything running them. So later on I left Kenya Red Cross.
Okay. So in what capacity were you serving at Red Cross?
At Kenya Red Cross, one, I was a volunteer.
Yes.
And Kenya Red Cross, you go through various trainings.
Yeah.
Your first aid training, disaster management, disaster mitigation. I was a scene manager, and you manage an accident scene.
Okay.
When a building collapses, you can manage the whole building, putting in place who is going to run the emergency side, who is going to manage the people who are missing, because in some situations you find people are missing, the families cannot locate them, some are tied in the rubble, and some maybe ran away, you could not even realize because of the trauma and the shock. Yeah. You know, what we talk about shock is not the real shock that is on ground.
Yes.
So I was also the regional tracing officer of Kenya Red Cross during the post-election violence. Felt like a post-election violence and Mount Elgon conflict. I was the center of the operations of post-election violence, identifying dead bodies, identifying missing people, connecting the dead bodies, rather connecting the missing names with their families, going back to their families to inform them where they are. If you can't find them, you still tell them they are here. Those who are in the prisons, you know, there are a lot of people who are the prisons and their families cannot locate where they are because there is no communication between the prison and the police with the families. And by then there were no contacts, so you could not call anyone, such like someone said Red Cross. So I really did a lot, but by the time I was leaving Kenya Red Cross, I was a driver.
Okay.
I was a driver in a program called Watson program during the Kenya for Kenya. You remember the Kenya for Kenya? Watson. Water and sanitation program. Okay. Yes.
All right.
So then I left Kenya Red Cross. Leaving Kenya Red Cross, I think my contract was terminated because of a lot of stories. And
tupe story.
Ulisema tutarudi baadaye. Wacha niwazie EMC kwanza.
So circle back.
Yes, we will. So I left Kenya Red Cross. I came home. Things were not running well. Life was so tough and everything.
Yes.
Tried becoming my boys of mtaa. Now you follow political leaders, work with them, protect them. You become their bouncers, thinking life will change. Nothing. I did all I could. There is one even I became more of his PA, his driver, his everything. But so there is this day, one of my friends told me, and when I was with this guy, I could still plan for the day's event, maybe manage the program and everything. So there is a friend of mine called Dennis. Deno is a member of the Faith Church. I used to go to Faith Church, Town Church. He came and told me, Elfo, nataka kuwe MC wangu wa wedding. And I was like, what? Nataka kuwe MC wangu wa wedding. Na wewe tu ndo roho yangu nataka. I was like, hey. Okay, hauko serious. Akaniambia pana, nataka tu kuniambia nitakujibu. After a week.
You've never MC'd a wedding?
No.
Okay.
After a week, one of my cousins, she's called Veronica Sifuna, the late Lawrence Sifuna's daughter, calls me akaniambia, Elfo, wewe ndio utakuwa MC wangu. I'm going to have a traditional wedding. They call it Buhwe, and I want you to be my MC. Nikamwambia, hey, Vera, uko serious? Akaniambia, no.
This is another one.
This is another one.
Okay.
You just have to be the one. Nikamwambia, uko serious?
In the same time span?
Yes.
All right.
In fact, huyu nikakataa. Nikaenda kufanya vitu zangu. So nikikuwa uko call, like 3 people are calling me, wewe unajua Vera amekataa kutoka kwa nyumba. Ati lazima ukue hapa. Mtu ameleta amekataa. So alikuwa ameleta one of my friends, of which I respect so much, I can't mention the name. Akaniambia, wewe amemkataa bana.
Yeah.
Wakakuja kunikimbilia, nilikuwa Sangalo, gari kakuja kunichukua.
Yes.
Kufika tu kila mtu, nikakimbia penye, akamwambia unataka aje? Tunataka hivi. Hii song na hii song ni chachisha tu wasee. Unasikia nikashika mic bana. Nikachachisha, nikaambia mama twende, tukainama. And now she came out. Imagine she was keeping them waiting in traffic.
Nice.
So when I got there, it was like fun. So there is this daughter of the late Wangusi, Francis Wangusi. She told me, hello, are you an event MC? Do you always do it? Nikamwambia no. Nikamwambia, hey, you are such a nice MC. You know, like when you came and everything just turned
alive.
Alive. Try it on a professional way. Try it. So nikasema, thank you. Vera kanitumia message, thank you bro. Lakini, so she started sending me some clips, angalia hii. And I feel like, this is something I can do. Yani, unajua iko ya more of family, Then, Deno called me. Elfo, your wedding ni next week. So after Vero's introduction, the following week was Deno's wedding. And I had never charged a wedding. I had never done a wedding. And he was also struggling. So akaniambia for Sinado, nataka tunikupee 5K. And like Sinado, I'm struggling. Hata mimi maisha nikamwambia,
ukashtuka hata wewe mwenyewe 5K?
Nikamwambia msaada na wewe rafiki yangu. When pay to 2K, ni buy shati. Hii nyingine wewe acha. As nikaenda. So this was a church wedding. Akaniambia, he's a strong Christian, born again, nini Faith Church. The Bishop is my good friend. Sasa hapa lazima nicheze kichurch. Nikatafuta masongs yepi, akaniambia nataka hii. So the problem we had, that his DJ had to blend. So during and we didn't even sit down to agree. I was just trying out.
Yes.
So sitting with the DJs, doing background check was never in my mind.
Yes.
Ilikuwa yote shika microphone wewe ongea, ambia tu wase chini, wapi vigelegele, and that's what MCs do. That's what I thought they do.
Yes.
So I went for the wedding, tukajaribu, and also I had done some background check to my songs, shoe game, nini, chekesha tu watu. I did it, and nikaona nikashare kwa mtandao. Now my brother, you're talking about Kahi, ndio ameshika, ameshare.
Anajua kusambaza kweli.
Nikaona watu wana reach out, that was nice. Unaweza nifanyia?
Nikaanza kulia.
Nikaona sa 5K.
Sasa hiyo 5K ukaanza kufa nayo.
And actually that's how I started.
All right.
Yes. So the 5K moved to penye tuko sahi.
Tuko wapi sahi?
But tutaongea. Then also I started seeing friends when they have funeral, they tell me, please come and run my funeral, my father's funeral. I want order.
Yes.
And I could do it. And immediately you are done, you see mature people telling you, hey, that is nice. I like the way you could contain the pressure. I like the way you could stop the other maybe one or two people who are talking things that were not relevant with the funeral. And I think it's been a journey. Growing every day, doing background check, research, what communities want, which tribe does this, which tribe doesn't do this. And,
so ulikam kuelewa the do's and don'ts of the gig.
Exactly.
So you learned on the job.
Yes.
Amazing. Sasa, you've been to several weddings, you've been to several funerals, being like the chaperone of the function. What is the wildest story yenye uko nayo regarding a funeral ama wedding yenye uliwahi witness ukiwa hapo as an MC?
Oh, as an MC,
yes. Either funeral, wedding, najua zikosangi drama hizo vitu. What's the wildest one you remember yenye stuck in your mind?
There's a lot.
Pick cream.
One, let me pick two, or maybe three, just in a short.
Okay.
One is I've been doing some communities.
Yes.
Let me choose the Luo. If you're doing a Luo to Luo wedding, especially a traditional wedding,
yes,
you must understand Luo.
Ai, na kama ujui baba.
Sasa imekuacha.
I
went to Migori. Hata kuna huyo dema amenipigia juzi nikamwambia we want to manage. I went to Migori. This lady took me from here to Kenda Migori. We did the wedding. Took her for Nikalala huko. I was treated very well, and people were saying like, this is a great MC. They do background check. This is the right person. On the event time, 90% of speakers spoke Luo.
Okay, yeah, by the way,
they spoke Luo.
Brothers from the lake love their language.
Yes. So what I was just doing is passing the microphone from this speaker to the other speaker. No interlude, no joke, no what. Because you even don't understand what they're saying.
Oh, God.
I became the most useless MC those guys had ever seen. When I tried to even speak Swahili, English, they could not. And they were learned.
No, they don't care.
But they didn't care.
They don't care. Wanafanyanga mambo yao.
On the other side of funeral and even weddings, I have witnessed families have issues. Especially funeral families have issues. Sometimes you find the late, let me say, mzee wa boma amelala, alikuwa na mama wanne.
Okay.
And he intentionally chose to stick to one side of the family, akaacha wengine. So during a funeral and burial time, people want to show their egos. Now people want to show their spaces. People want to lecture each other in public. And it really becomes a big mess. So in normal circumstances, I'll be there a day to the burial and maybe have a sit down with the family and just agree on what to do and not what to do, and agree maybe can we just have 2 or 3 speakers, the rest of the team, would you mind just saying a word or two of the name? There are those who will agree, but there is this family that ilikuwa tu ngumu, even dress code. And even just showing that we are part of the family, ni ngumu. I don't want to speak about family. Those are my clients. But I think...
You don't have to say, bora useme majina. Lakini story unaweza tupatia.
Yes. Now, ikafika saa 5 body ijatoka kwa boma.
Okay.
Familia ingine imekuja imekaa na watu wao. Kanisa yao. Mama mwingine amekaa na watu wake na kanisa yake. Mama mkubwa na vijana wake hawajafika. Kijana mmoja sasa nao pastors na nini wakasema let's go to tulete mwili. Kijana wake ameshika panga. Mkuje mfanyie misa hapa. Telephonical ground huko.
How did you resolve? How did this situation resolve itself?
We spoke to the wife to this guy.
mwenye sasa alikuwa anaishi kwake sasa at the time of his demise. Yes.
We begged him to go and speak to the husband. And you know, sometimes, even in history, worldwide, women have played a big role in terms of conflict, tending conflict. Not even resolve, but just try and tend it. They are so good. So I think alienda akamwongelesha, what kind of embarrassment. People have come, you are the one causing problem. You see now people will see you as the problem. Umsa akarudi chini, akakubali church, wakabeba body, tukakuja ground. Now, in this situation, I chose not to allow him because he was saying he's the eldest son. Yeye ndiye nafaa kuwa kwanza kuongea na atambue wengine. So what we did is I spoke to some of them who are more flexible. Nikamwambia, let's do this. We are going to eat kina mama. Tunaanza na kina mama. Mama akiongea, watoto nyinyi wave, sema kitu kidogo mumalize, so that we tame this guy. Na wakakubali. So what we did is, as you know, it's easy when you want to convince people, you start with them, then I'll speak to the congregation. Look here guys, we have started late, na naona hivi familia ni kubwa. We appreciate kwamba tuko wengi sana.
Tumebarikiwa hapa.
Tumebarikiwa. Lakini nataka niwaombe, sababu mko wengi, nataka niite kina mama kwanza. Mama anakuja, anatambua watoto wake. Hapo mnaona hawa crowd, nikasema good. So that is exactly what I did. So I started with the mama mkubwa.
Okay.
Mama mkubwa akakuja, akatambua watoto wake. Unajua akitambua watoto anaanza na mabibi. Anaanza mabibi na akamaliza na wao kijana na vijana wengine. Hao wakaenda. So akishaenda, the cool family ikakuwa iko na
okay.
Pressure imerudi chini. Yes. And there's a lot about families. There's a lot about families.
That's
literally puts in the eye of the storm. Mama anaenda hii kanisa, baba anaenda hii kanisa, burial day imefika, everyone is here. Kanisa nasema sisi ndio tunaimba hii wimbo, sisi ndio tunazika hivi.
Which church usually carries the day in such a situation? Ya mama or ya baba?
The late.
Yeah, the late.
However, it all depends with the family again.
Okay.
The family again. Waelewane. Sababu unaweza pata mama naye akona nguvu kwa hiyo familia kuliko, so church yake na carry the day.
Tell me about it. All right. So hapo kwa still to them saying ni place yenye ndio kama sasa ndio inakudefine saizi bana. So hapo ndio kuna hondo mingi saizi.
Thank you.
Yes. So you've witness a lot of as a wedding MC, witness a lot of marriages.
Yes.
You yourself, how many years in the industry now? The marriage.
I think I'm hitting on 17th this month. I'm hitting 13
years.
Yes.
So I am sure you can just by witnessing being in the marriage business, like uko hapo una witness hizi marriages zote ziki happen, and yourself you're very 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 married. Hata unatupeanga maono mawasia pale kwa mtandao kituambia vijana iko hivi na hivi, hata unatuelekeza vile tafaa tupendane huko nje. So what is it's a two-part question. What would you say is the secret to holding down a good marriage, and what would you say pia ni kwa mtu mwenye ana look forward to kuingia kwa hiyo uwanja, unaweza mwambia nini? Hajaamua anataka kuingia, anajishuku kama huyu jamaa mwenye kwa hii kamera iko nyuma yako.
What I'll tell everyone, marriage is not easy. It's not easy. Marriage
unamtisha bwana.
It's not easy. Marriage is not easy.
Yes.
But it calls for patience. It calls for understanding each other.
Yes.
And the mother of it all is respect.
Okay. Tuheshimiane.
Okay. Kuheshimiana not ya kusema tuheshimiane. Sometimes when the issues,
yes,
respect the fact that when a wife is complaining to you about issues, they have your best interest.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They have your best interest. When your husband is complaining about you, an issue with you, they have your best interest. So it will be good for you to listen. Don't rush just to try to show her that you are the man.
Yes.
Don't just rush to argue because you are a woman. At times it's just good to listen. And also, I always tell people to do a study. Men and women are just men and women. It's good to understand the male aspect of a man, the masculinity of a man, and give them their space. It's good to understand who a woman is. They are feminine. They are delicate. Just give them their space. For instance, women love gifts.
Okay.
Women love gifts. Women love nice things. Women love to be spoiled once in a while. So, and obviously there are those who overdo, they want to be treated like that every day. But for you to live with a woman 5, 4, 3 years down the line, you've never done anything good for her, you've never taken her on a road trip, you've never bought her flowers, you don't, it's not so good. And you see, they keep on piling these small things. Yes. So sometimes it's just good to understand that this is a woman. They love this. As much as uchumi ni ngumu, but you try the best you can once in a while just to treat her like a woman. Yes.
Okay.
Men also are men. Men love to be respected. Men want their space. We would want to buy the TV. We also feel like we need a TV in this house. That man would want you to tell, sasa, nimeona TV fulani, niko na hii, do you think we can buy? But if you just come with it, nimenunua TV, nimeweka, yes, I feel like, how can you consult? Yeah. And at times we even don't know hii ni quality mzuri, hii ni quality mbaya, but we just want to be part of it because we are men.
True that. Plus a purchase like a TV kama mjaulizana kwa nyumba hata kama ndio unanunua kama mwanaume na hujamwambia bado pia hapo umeband.
Yes.
Lazima.
So those things are, but marriage si ngumu, lakini pia si rahisi. It needs to understand each other.
Kuna kujituma pahali.
Yes. And also ego zetu, sometimes you have to let your ego go so that you just come to the level and understand each other. Sometimes women love going up. Just listen to them. Sometimes they go overboard. Wife akikosana na wewe leo ameambiwa wanawake wenzake kama 20. Mwanaume akikosana na wewe unajua hataambia mwanaume, hataambia next person. Hatanyamaza tu. So you also need to know, like, women behave this way and I'm a man, this is how men do it. And I'll say, anyway, there are a lot of, anyway, let me keep it intentionally for the sake of our relationship.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. There's this time you also, after some time of running, after doing events nikaona umefanya a very interesting transition. Ukaanza kudu events sasa. Like events by MCL4.
Yes.
What informed this transition? Like nili kumotivate kuanza sasa kupeleka watu sherehe sasa? Ama nikagap gani uliona kwa market na how did you arrive at that?
We were doing our one.
Yes.
Okay, we were doing our 10th anniversary.
Okay, you and wife sasa.
Yes, and my wife. And my wife told me, okay, I'm saving some money. I want you to top up. I want us to go to Wasini. Okay. Let's go and see the dolphins. Let's just go and relax for a week.
Very nice.
For a week, I was like, wow.
Okay.
Nikaona hiyo pesa, pesa yote. So nilikuwa naenda tu juu ni 10 years anniversary, lakini mimi naangalia tu hiyo pesa.
Yes.
But the way I say, sometimes you have to give in, and I gave in to Kaenda. It was nice.
Yes.
It was nice. We were in Mombasa for some time. We went to the English
Point.
Point Marina, such a nice place.
Yes.
We went to Wasini. We were in the ocean, watch the dolphins and everything. It was a nice experience. And I was like, these are the things I watch on TV every day at Nat Show. So before we traveled back, we have an auntie to my wife called Immaculate Wesonga, and the husband, Mike Wangamati. They're our good friends. They always speak to us. Mike called us for dinner. So tukaenda Carrefour for dinner. Then as tulikuwa napiga tu story, akaniambia, Elphas, do you know this thing you can start a tours and travel company now? Those photos you guys have taken, you know, like you come here, just try and move from here, uende mahali pengine uangalie nini. You can start taking people out, and there are a lot of people who just want to travel, but they don't know where to start from.
Yes.
They don't know how they can maneuver around. Just try out and see. That's where I started.
Hivyo tu. Alipulanta seed in your head.
When I landed here, I told him, you know what, I want to do to go to Chase Bay, I want to go here. Akaniambia, start small.
Yes, true.
Start small.
Muhimu.
Akaniambia to just start small, start with a small clientele that you'll get in Bungoma, and pole pole you'll grow.
Yes.
Don't run so fast.
Yes.
So that's where I started. But before I started that, my brother had a friend called walikuwa na Dance Thrill company, I think it was.
Yes.
There's a lady who was running that.
What was her name? So, mwenye alikuanga hapo Epic Sense.
Yes.
Yes.
So brother yangu alimwambia, my brother Elfo ako poa sana team building. Mchukue mkienda naye anafanyisha watu team building. And you know this team building I also learned it from Kenya Red Cross. So udema kaniita tukienda tunafanya team building, and I realized people really enjoy the team building and everything.
Hizo sarakasi za team building hizo.
So tunamwagiana maji, tuna dance, pasua balloon nini. So when I started this thing and blended it with team building, kosa.
Karen, I think was her name. Yes.
It's also an exit strategy
from MCing.
In case I choose to.
Okay.
In case I choose to. Even when you look at people like Najalas and everything, you know, they started small, looked at whatever they can do bigger, and drove their attention there. Yeah. Like Kinabrale and everyone. So, you know, you might not be in this industry for a long time, because there are a lot of young people who are also coming up.
Yes.
But
umemsii kuna retirement kweli?
No.
Yes, unatandika tu paka unakohoa tu.
Unatandika paka at that time. But you see now, when you keep on growing, you are likely to get fewer jobs.
Yes, because premium rate.
Your clients are quite young, and they feel like, wacha tuchukue Joel bana, nilifona hii madevi yake.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I just feel like venye unaenda brand pia ina grow na unakuwa na wider reach, unajipata hata una MC out of the country or something. But unakufurahisha hata kupeleka Dubai.
I've done weddings in Uganda twice. Yes. So whatever you're saying is also right.
Yes. Should you purpose
but
to
also,
do it?
On the events, my wife does DECA.
Yes.
So we also want to make it
a
bigger company that has
hizi vitu zingine
zote. Yes.
Na it makes sense.
Yes.
Unakuja hapo, wife amechukua deco, ume-MC, umeleta sound, my friend. By the time sherehe imeisha,
tunaambiana tuende home.
Tuende wasini. Very nice. So what are some of the type of events you've been able to host, so that at least pia time-lapsers wajue ni what types?
One, I have a tours and travel company, and
tours by MCL4, right?
Adventure with MCL4.
Yes,
adventure with MCL4.
Yes.
We do adventure, and majorly I'm doing in Western Kenya. Been to Naivasha, the Hell's Gate. We planned one for Baringo, and within Western Kenya we moved around. And Uganda is so beautiful. Okay. Uganda is beautiful.
That's why you guys went recently, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like CP Falls. I like CP Falls. CP Falls is a very romantic waterfall.
Romantic.
It is. It is. And it's one of the best waterfalls in Western Kenya. Not in Western Kenya, in East Africa. It's only that people have not discovered it. Then going to River Nile. River Nile has nice things you can do there, water activities you can do. If you want to do rafting, if you want to do tubing. Like, I like tubing. Tubing,
What's tubing?
Tubing is, you sit on the tubes, a big tube like closer to this table, it has a sitting area.
Okay.
So you will sit in it, then they tie ropes to almost 10 tubes. So you sit there, 10 people, they take you to the River Nile, you'll flow with the river to almost 2 or 3 kilometers. In fact, literally, you are driven in the water, by the water for 2 hours.
Yeah, lazima nione picha tu bana. Mimi sioni bana. Sioni hiyo.
2 hours. It's very, very nice. And there are places you'll go, water is quite calm, so mtakaa hapo mpige story in the middle of nowhere, no network, no what. You can meditate. It's a good place for family. Okay. You can go there and meditate. Mkae tu mwambiane sasa.
Kama shida zangu zote.
Kutupe ndani ama tuendelee. And you see that thing is quite deep. I was told it's almost 2,000 meters deep. It's deep, but
kuogelea kama sisi bwana.
Uko na floater, then the divers are there with you.
In case.
Yes. Case kiumane, hewa iishe.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
Amazing.
So currently that's what we're doing, and there's a lot of nice places you can visit. Not only in Uganda, even in Bungoma.
Okay.
A lot of people have not been to Mount Elgon Forest. Mount Elgon Forest has waterfalls. Mount Elgon is one of the best.
So you have like a calendar where you
yes.
go
have a calendar where,
yes. Notify people
at
that
times, yes, but at times you also get the short notice. Is
it spontaneous?
Yes, where like banks will tell you like in October I'm taking Family Bank to Jinja.
Nice.
There's another team coming from Nairobi. They want to go to Jinja.
Nice.
So you'll get those clients who want nataka tu niende huko. There's another guy from this town anataka ende na familia yake to Entebbe.
Okay.
Yes.
Na unataka wewe uende wa chaperone.
Pole hivyo. So that's where we are. Yes. But also tunafanya events. I came to realize there are a lot of people who want just to come out and unwind, come out and meet other people, come out and have fun.
Yes.
So we are doing a lot of old school events. We have guys who feel like they just want to listen to the old music.
The retro themed events.
Yes. They try to meditate on how Muta alimkula fair. So we are doing old school events. Even this Saturday I'm doing a Sukuti experience.
Okay.
Different music, the Kakamega way. We just want to have a Sukuti experience within Bungoma.
Yes.
But we have a lot of old school events lined up. I did a country event. I didn't believe it. You know, like almost 500 something guys came for the event.
It's a massive
ladies were dressed in country music.
Cowboy hats and I saw pictures. Look
cowboy
nice.
hats, boots and everything.
Nice.
Yes. So I came to realize people want to go out.
Yeah.
But they don't just
form
know
where.
Yeah, form dia kuna.
Okay.
Zenye ziko maybe they feel like I don't want to go to a crowded area. I just want to have a space outside.
What would you say has been your most successful event, and nini what is the secret ingredient that went into it and you una feel hiyo ndio ilifanya hiyo event ikakuwa hivyo?
I've had successful events in emceeing weddings and
no sasa kama hizi za kama the country the old school ones. Yes,
the old school.
How many have you done so far by the
so far there are 3.
Oh,
so I'm going to do the 4th one.
Okay. So hauna line mrefu sana ya kupick from.
Line mrefu.
So you would say the country one was the
country
was the top at the top.
It was. And
why do you think it was so successful? Was it the theme ama ni jina tu sasa imeanza ku
It was successful because you see now when we started with my wife.
Yes.
In fact yeye ndio alianzisha kuniambia fanya hii kitu.
Yes.
It was not my idea, ni yeye tu alinisukuma.
Nice.
We thought like we are starting small.
Okay.
So looking at where we had thought we are starting from, and we thought we will get 200 people, and unaona tu watu 500, 500 something, 600 coming.
Yes, mbaya.
It is.
I'm doing the numbers in my head, so najua ticket fee.
Fanya pia expenditure.
Najua. But on that side of the table,
you've been there, unajua unaungua vidole.
I know. But you guys are doing well.
Thank you.
The numbers are not bad. From afar, naona sijafanikiwa kuattend hata moja, but I hope hata ingine tutakuwa Nairobi.
10th of October will be here.
I think 10th of October. I'm actually fingers crossed.
There's a band I'm looking it's called Unnamed Band.
Yes.
It's called Unnamed. They're unnamed.
Okay.
It's from Kampala.
Okay.
Those guys rock.
So unapanga kuwaleta hiyo siku ya utamaduni sasa.
We are in discussion to honor if they come.
Hope it works out.
Hope
it works out. Because now this one again I'm missing. Hakuna event yako nishaikuwa niko area. Like I always, hata ile ingine nilikuwa nimelipa ticket. The ones you guys did, the first one, I paid for the ticket. I was not able to make it.
Manage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now this other one sikuwa. This other one nitakuwa Nairobi. Man, I hope I make it for the utamaduni one.
You'll make it.
Sawa. So now that's lovely. So let's talk about Red Cross a little bit more. Ni part mzuri, you've mentioned something about working there at a time when we were going through the post-election violence, right?
Yes.
So what would you say, how was that experience? What is it that you saw witnessed being a Red Crosser at a time when Kenya was going through the worst humanitarian crisis ever? You know, like ni nini uliona pale kwa front line ya nini, like is there an experience that stuck with you during that moment, if you were to like just take your mind to 2007?
It's an experience I would want Kenya to go back to.
Okay.
First of all, there's a lot of
so stories like this are the ones that now sober up people. Yeah.
First of all, let me tell you a story.
Sure.
Tuko hapa mpaka saa ngapi?
Chapa story.
Now, I told you I was in Nairobi. Hey, first of all, Kenya Red Cross shaped me.
Okay.
Shaped me. I have two institutions that have really shaped me. One, I dropped out of school.
High school?
High school, yes. Okay. In Form 3.
Ibungoma High ulisema?
Ibungoma High tu hapa.
Ulisema US?
Nikatoka, I stayed around kidogo, then I joined the armed forces side with the intention of being employed as an army officer. So I was with them as a civilian for around 4 years, playing rugby for them. Being a civilian there, it really shapes you, because now you're part of the military as much as you. That's why they call you a civilian. You are a civilian, but part of them. So you have to live by order. You have to be disciplined. You have to keep your emotions away from other people. You must, play. Now, playing rugby also is a game of rules. You must follow the rules. The referee's decision is final. Yes. So such kind of shaping really helped me. Then when I left Kenya Red Cross, I came to Ulinzi Rugby. I came to Kenya Red Cross.
Why didn't you pursue rugby as a...
Yes?
Why didn't you pursue rugby as a profession? What happened there?
When... yes, I was. I had a muscle tear on the rib.
Okay.
So it really hurt me, and I also have a dislocation of the collarbone. In fact, it's still here. It never went back to the position. So it really took me back. Okay. But I had a call up as one of the best players in the country, 100 players in the country. By then, we were the ones who started the Bamburi series. They were picking players all around. So the best 100 players in the country. I was in the 7th squad for Ulinzi. I played for Kabeberi, those games. Then I went back coming back to Bungoma, I went to Kenya Red Cross. The Kenya Red Cross, I went through trainings, so the first aid, to this, to that. Then during trainings, you could see people like, we want a team leader, L4. We want someone who will do our presentations, L4. So, and we also had trainings where you need to understand, do a SWOT of yourself, define yourself, understand your strength, your weaknesses, set goals where you want to come from, where you want to go, I was in charge of programs. Now you'll sit down, go for workshops, understand how to write reports. You have to do daily reports. So something came to my mind. I said, look here, guy, you left school, you have to go back to school. Here's an opportunity. So I had left high school, I think, in 1998. In 2009, I registered for KCSE.
Wewe? Ile ya sasa ya Gumbaru ile ama?
Ya Gumbaru. First, someone told me helpful. Unajua, there's another guy who had also dropped out of school. Saka niambia helpful, unajua, kuna hii kitu ya Gumbaru mimi nimeregister. Niambia, ati yeye nimeregister. Nataka nifanye. Na nimeambiwa na madam anaitwa Madam Jemima. Ameniambia nikifanya hii kitu.
Ule admin pale. Ama Red Cross.
Yes. Okay. But then she was a deputy DO, District Education Officer, Sub-County Director of Schools. Yes.
Okay.
Akamwambia unaweza register hii kitu nikusaidie. So this guy akaregister. Akaniambia hebu niambie. Pia mimi nikaenda.
Nice.
And I went back to school. Nikasoma saa hiyo mimi niko tuko vitabu. Nyinyi mnang'ang'ana madai mimi niko tuko vitabu. Vitabu. Nikamalizana naye. Sikuanguka.
Okay.
Nikimalizana nayo, then in Kenya Red Cross I was the blood recruiter. By then, I was a tracing officer, blood recruiter, your assistant field officer.
At what recruiter?
Blood. You mobilize blood donations.
Okay.
So Kenya Red Cross was a partner to the National Blood Transfusion Services. Nikafanya, nikishamaliza tukakuwa tuna struggle, projects ziko vizuri nini. My sister akabai gari matatu. Kaniambia nisaidie kumanage matatu. Saa hiyo nilikuwa na driving license. Nilikuwa hata sina driving license. Nikaenda stage naendesha kidogo, najaribu naendesha kidogo nini nashika. Nikaenda nikatafuta driving license, nikabook exam, nikafanya, nikapita. Sijui hata vile nilipita. Nikaanza kuendesha matatu. Mimi nilikuwa manamba hii town. Kisumu Bungoma. Nini nafunga kama saa hii job mpelekea do nini. So ikiendelea tukapata driver, project zingine zikaingia Red Cross, nikarudi Red Cross. So because I had gotten experience ya kudrive gari, nikaambiwa kuna gari Nairobi endo lete. Nikaenda kuleta. Nipoleta nikaambiwa haya enda West Pokot na Baringo. Kuna project ndofanya kuna kulikuwa hostile areas. Nikaenda. Nikaandikwa job book. So kwa hiyo Watson project. I worked there for 2 years. Now nilikuwa na deal na software na hardware ya maji. Tukamaliza. Then I came to Mount Elgon. Now back to post-election violence. We had kulikuwa na Mount Elgon conflict. Where kulikuwa na Janjaweed na nini, watu walikuwa wanapigana vita because of the land issues.
Yes.
So some people had taken sides. Kila team iko na soldiers wao na because of the wanataka kupigana because of the interests zao za lands.
Yes.
So the Kenya Red Cross came in. One of the roles of the Kenya Red Cross is to try and support victims of conflict and also try and look for a way to harmonize issues and find a solution, find a solution to the issues that are being raised. So Kenya Red Cross really worked there, and I was part of the team that was recruited to be there kama not blood recruiter, kama tracing officer. By then kuna watu walikuwa wanauawa wanatupa kwa maji, wengine wanauawa wanatupa kwa choo. Kuna wengine nao pia the soldiers came in, walikuwa wanauawa watu, wengine wanatupa in forest. There were people who are being arrested. Wale wenye wanakuwa arrested na soldiers, maybe the families are not aware of where they are. Some of them were beaten, they have wounds na nini. So the Kenya Red Cross could come in, iwasaidie for medications, iwasaidie nini. Na wale wako prisons, I had a team that we were going to the prisons write messages to their families kwambia no, don't assume your son or sister or brother died, wako prisons hapa Bungoma. So these guys will write a message, dear dad, I'm at Bungoma JK prisons, can you come and visit me? Ukikuja nikuje na soap, nikuje na slippers, nikuje na such kind of things. So
you'd go to like Bungoma prison, take
a Red Cross message, the structure, yes. Then you send it to Mount Elgon. Yes, the family also will do a reply, or got a message and come. So now these prisons, Kakamega prisons, Busia, Kitale, ilikuwa na watu wa Mount Elgon sana wenye walikuwa wanapigana huko, wengi sana. And some also were in the mortuary, some were in the hospitals. You know now, some of them unapata mtu alipigwa tu kwa njia, ama mtu aliuawa in the morning. Body yao ijulikani ni akina nani, so the police just carry and bring it to the mortuary. So we are doing something we call body identification. You'll come and see, label the body, try to take pictures. You'll walk around the mountain looking for, mnajua huyu mtu, kuna mtu amepotea na kaa hivi mnafikiria. You see if you can connect with the families. So during that time, ikiendelea kuisha, towards now 2007, towards ikienda kuisha, then it came the post-election violence. The post-election violence was one of the worst experiences that anyone else would want to witness. One, tulisikia tu makelele usiku, tunaambiwa kuna choma, sisi nakaa Sangalo. So by then the deputy governor of Kenya Red Cross was Dr. Mahmood. Dr. Mahmood akatoa gari, kuna dereva alikuwa na manga roju, akatoa gari ya Red Cross, tukaweka bendera, hao wawili wakaanza kutupigia masimu, mko wapi? Let's go for rescue, mko wapi? Tunapigiwa simu. So people were calling, they call Red Cross, kujeni mtusaidie, kwa watu wamechomewa hapa, kujeni mtusaidie, we have an IDP camp here. We walked in Western, but that morning daktari alituchukua, mimi nakumbuka nisimama msukomo kwa njia mpaka nichukua, akasema tuende Mumias. Nimepigiwa Mumias, kuna askari ameuawa huko. Kuna askari alipigwa panga na watu wakampasua kichwa, alikuwa mochari. Kuna another lady alishutiwa na askari kwa kichwa. Kuna watu wenye walikuwa wamechomewa. But what traumatized me, and I still feel like it was not the right thing to do. There was a very young boy, alikuwa anaitwa Moses. Alikuwa amepigwa risasi kwa kichwa, nimegwama ndani. So huyu kijana, he kept
How young? How young?
This boy must have been around 10 or 12 years. He kept on saying, mimi naita Moses, mimi naita Moses. That's what he was doing. And I felt like, now, why would you shoot such a young boy?
Okay.
At that time, we went to Tarbo IDP camp. At Tarbo IDP camp, there were a lot of people, majorly Kikuyus, who were in the camp. And kuna wazee walikuwa nasema, gari zangu 2 zimechomewa, nyumba yangu, the only thing I had, mtoto wangu ameuawa. So this man ako kwa IDP camp, mtoto wake aliuawa.
Yes.
Gari imechomwa. Someone can tell you, like, these young men came, they raped my wife, they raped my daughter as I was looking at them.
Ish.
Kuna watu wanakuja na kuambia, when we were chased out of our houses, kuna watu ambao ni majirani wamechukua ng'ombe zetu. Nasikia sahi hao ndio wanakamua. You are in that camp, but there's someone who is anakamua ng'ombe zako akikunywa maziwa, zingine ameuza.
Wametumia politics kama excuse ya kukunyang'anya.
So it's not something that you would love to see. There is a lady I picked at, I told you I was in charge of the tracing program in this region. So we could, and my number, the same number you have was a Kenya Red Cross contact number of the Western region. So anyone could call Elphas, we want help. I went to Malava, DO's office. Then I found there were a lot of people who had walked from Eldoret on foot. They went through the hills, kichaka, wakapitia Hobasali, wakateremka. There is a hill there called Hobasali. So what they were doing, some of them were smearing themselves with the cow dung kwa kichwani, so that when they meet people who are fighting, they think they're part of them. The only sad story I want to share with you, the most things that I remember, there's this young girl. Alikuwa, not young girl, she was married. The husband was in the house watching news. Mama ameingia kwa bafu kuoga, na wakati alikuwa kwa bafu kuoga, katoto kake kadogo kalikuwa kanakimbia the way kids do kwa hizo rentals tu. A team of people came, wakachoma hizo rentals, wakafunga milango, wakachomea ndani. So the husband na nini vitu yote wakachomekea ndani. So huyu mama alikuwa kwa bafu, alikuwa tuna leso, na akatoka mbio na katoto kake wakatoka. Hawakujua hata wanaenda wapi. They just started, walikuwa natoka Ogalo side ya Busia. Along the way mama alikuwa mjamzito. So along the way sijui alichukua siku 2 ama siku ngapi kwa kichaka, juu ya pressure na everything, akajifungua successfully. Okay. But there was no medication. Hakuna mtu wa kumsaidia kukata kitu yote. Nobody. So walikutana a team of watu. Mtoto akakufa. So akatembea naye, akashindwa afanye nini, akatupa.
Whoa. Damn it, man.
So when I see at times people trying to say fulani asikanyaga hii town, fulani I reflect back. I don't think that's the Kenya people want to see. And I also feel some of the reiterations, some of the bold faces we are seeing today calling that we call Gen Z and everything, might be they are reflecting back to what they saw their fathers going through. They might be doing that.
Yeah, truly, because they are almost of age. Huh?
Because there's a young man, very young. He was asked, na unafikiria ukikuwa mkubwa na upewa bunduki, what will you do? I said, look for those people who killed my father and shoot them.
Interesting.
So people have gone through pain, and that's why they are ready to give their life.
So still at Red Cross, huh?
Yes.
There is an incident that I was not aware of until I was actually just like preparing for this conversation, huh? And why are you smiling like that?
Yes.
Unashangaa nataka kuja na kona gani?
Nataka kunywa maji.
Nataka kuja na kona gani? Kunywa, hydrate. Now,
kuna fire extinguisher,
so there is this incident where a colleague of yours, one Michael Tabu Sululu, was shot at point blank by an officer during what I want to call a rescue ama an intervention. Kulikuwa na fire truck or something. I mean, kulikuwa na tank ya mafuta ilikuwa imeanguka or something.
Yes.
And he was there as a responder, and then I don't know, police trying to disperse, akamkula risasi, then akaona shit, amemshoot, akaamua kummaliza. So I don't know, you having lost a colleague and knowing very well that his stories juu hata ilienda tu hivi venye hizi stories zinaendanga, would you have a story that we don't know? Because I pieced up the pieces from your timeline, but I know there is a story there that you could tell us.
Iko tu vile
Yeah.
Yes, this guy was shot. In fact, this guy, we were with him in the youth group that I talked about. He was my vice chair. I was the chair, he was my vice chair.
Interesting.
So when I moved to Kenya Red Cross, he also came to Kenya Red Cross.
So this gentleman could have easily been you?
This gentleman could have easily been me.
Shit.
This guy, we could speak to each other every day. We are actually neighbors.
Okay.
You know that guy you'll tell aka mi nangojea pesa fulani nitaka ninunue kofia ninunue simu and yeye pia hiyo nitafanya hivi like you talk you discuss
Yes,
your
yes,
mind
yes.
is his mind.
Yes.
So that day I remember speaking to him. I told him I want to see you and he told me Elfo sina pesa nitafutie kwa pesa hata kama ni 1,000 I need to do something.
Yeah.
So in the evening I called him akaniambia niko nakuja tao tutaonana. So me went to look for the 1,000 if akuja nimpe. So nikakaa sioni. Nikampigia simu hashiki. Nilikuwa na gari ya my sister ile nilikuwa nakwambia. So simi nikadrive nikasema sio kaa Kandui, acha niende, by the time nafika Kandui nitaongea naye. So nikifika karibu IGC nakutana na gari za Kenya Red Cross ziko hivi nashinda kwa nini?
Kuna sijapata memo ama nini?
Nikapigia Peter na Manga nikamwambia akaniambia Suluhu amshoot, nikamwambia shit. Wamshoot nasikia background watu wakalia. So Peter nani kwa gari there was a lady who was crying, but sasa tukikutana na hivyo walikuwa wanamkimbiza hospitali. So nikakimbia na mbio tukafika. You know, I was a smart incident manager, so tukakimbia tukasaidiana tuone tusaidie wapi. Alikuwa mpigwa risasi from the front, imetokea nyuma huko imepasua some of the veins. I remember he was naked and I was feeling like he's naked, so nikachukua my top nikamfunga so that asionekane ako uchi. Dr. Mahmood was there, Dr. Amin were there, wote wanajaribu, and other doctors were there who are members of the Kenya Red Cross, wanajaribu kuresustain wapi, wanajaribu so the only thing I remember, Dr. Mahmood alimsukuma kwa wheelchair akamfikisha pale, akatoa something kwa mfuko, akashika macho yake akamulika ndani hivi na akafunika na akafanya it's bad. That's the time I knew this guy's dead. And that was my very close friend. That thing disturbed me. It really disturbed me. And I remember even for like 2 days, I couldn't get sleep. I could wake up on the road. I could cry. My young brother would call and fight and be just. Okay, that happened, and you know now the police were the ones again doing the investigations. They're the ones who did the report. They're the ones who did everything. So it didn't get far, though. The family was compensated with Kenya Red Cross, and later on also government compensated the family. But I wish in such scenarios also
justice was never served though.
It was never served. It was never served.
It was as per your Facebook.
No, it was
the gentleman was released. The OCS was released.
It was released, and you know it's the same police who are doing investigations, so it's easy to
funika mambo.
Kalupol kadogo tu.
So
Kalupol kadogo tu kama eyewitness. Eyewitness akisema I saw you doing this.
We were here, we hosted here Robert Wanyonyi, and he was part of the media that responded to that scenario, na anasema aliair hiyo kitu na
yes, I remember.
Still bado
he did,
even with photographic evidence bado ilienda tu pesa mnege.
Unfortunately, I think photographic evidence pia saa ingine doesn't
unasema it was Dr. Damas Jituka hiyo. So the integrity of it. Hizi story zako za Red Cross nataka mtu ongeze sukari kwa mwili.
Ongeza. And among other things. So the post-election violence, but pia kuna accidents zenye tumeenda unapata trailer iligonga watoto 5 au 6. You'll pick them, they're dead. Mmoja pieces za nyama ziko huku, mwingine kichwa iko huku, cut pieces.
No,
you see, you are the one going to the grounds, unakutana umebeba team ya volunteers. Some of them are still young, maybe they've just left school. So they've gone through the basic trainings, but this is the first time they're going to a scene. And some of them are women. And you see, women are very emotional. There's an accident tulienda, trailer ya Hetias, fire extinguisher trailer Hetias ilikuwa imekuja, and I think driver alikuwa still amateur. Akasweep hapo Kimwanga chini, akasweep mama na mtoto na mtu mwingine kwa baiskeli. So this kid was quite small. Akapigwa mkono kakatike, kaanguka huko, mama kichwa huko, pieces za matumbo. So tukienda accident scene, so now I had gotten a lot of experience from the Mount Elgon. Tulikuwa naenda kwa choo, unachoma mwili ya mtu hivi, ukishika hivi nyama inafaa kinatoka, So kufika scene, I'm like, guys, can we wasijana wote, nilikuwa na wekola akashika kichwa akasema Elphas, nikamwambia acha ujinga bwana, sanyeni hiki twende.
Your coordinator, the late?
Yes. So you get out telling them, hey, roll. So you come and cover the blanket, roll that blanket in a pick bodies mkienda. So you have the blanket, una cover place, kama you pick it, cover, roll. So you start picking it from down, ukichukua, unatupa kwa gari, chukua. Because if you don't do that, and as fast as possible, you're going to have the emotions of the crowd, bystanders, the emotions of everyone, itakujiba overwhelm. Ujipata you're crying, ujipata you're getting even accusations that might not be yours. So you have just to manage the scene. Once you get there, manage the crowd. As an incident manager, scene commander, you command the scene. Wewe fanya hii, wewe tusaidie, stopisha hizo gari za kutoka stop, nini ama jaribu kukue na flow, so wewe simama huko. So you engage guys as you know what wafanye hii.
You've seen it all, man. You've seen it all. Where? So now, you in 2006, you lost your dad.
Yes.
How old were you then? Can circle back.
Can't remember very well.
20?
No. I should have been around 28, 29 there.
Okay.
Yes.
Kumanza kujielewa. What do you think, what is the impact? What impact does the death of your dad have on you and your family because 28 bado, I think you were still pretty young yourself. Your brother Kahi was younger.
Losing a father.
Yes.
Losing a father. And in fact, let me our father was a magistrate.
Okay.
So you guys grew up knowing our father's a magistrate, we as guys, and he knew people, he had the connections.
Okay. Yes.
So when he's not there, like, kumbe ni sisi. The friends and everyone that he knew are no longer in the picture.
Left group.
Nobody comes back to see watoto wa fulani wanaendeleaje, ni nyinyi na maisha yenu. So you start planning your things, setting up family goals now. Where do we come from? Where do we start from? Where do we go? Then also, it was a big gap because our father had two families.
Okay.
Yes, we have another family in Maragoli. So you see now,
Yendo familia kubwa
kubwa. So there is a lot that you'll struggle with. Sometimes you struggle with, looking for bearing. Where do we start from and such like. But our fathers worked for us, and they didn't train most of us to start working for ourselves.
Okay.
There is this statement in the African culture, especially the Luya community. When young people growing up, as a father, you want to buy land to someone, niko na wanondea hii shamba, niko na wafanyia hii, niko na wafanyia hivi. So it makes a lot of young people to feel like, okay, I already have this. We don't really work hard to work for ourselves. There is also a mentality with a lot of the then fathers. We believe tutaende shule asome afanye hivi. the idea of using talent, the idea of investing in business, the idea of bringing up an all-round person so that if the white-collar job is failing, I can buy machine ya kutengeneza yogurt na nini mtoto afanye. It's never in the mind. So we, a lot of us were struggling with that, but it had a lot of impact in terms of now starting afresh, starting bearing. There was a lot of things that we were supposed to put in place. He had bought pieces of land. Some of them didn't have titles, so you'll get some of the guys who had sold pieces of land to him.
Tena wanajaribu
wanataka watunyang'anye. Watu wanataka kunyang'anya, wengine wanasumbua. So those are the struggles we now started realizing, haya tuko peke yetu sasa, we have to fight this. But there are some who are very good, like the ones we stay there together, we've lived together as family, they've treated us as brothers and sisters, and we live so well.
No, speaking of, I was going to ask you if some of your uncles walijaribu ile maneno yao funny business, like jaribu ku
hapana. Our family, our larger family has been cooperative, and they've been good. Cousins, everyone have been good. Hao watu kusumbua ni hao neighbors wenye wanaona mzaa ameenda, sasa tunaweza fanya hivi hivyo.
Given that,
especially shamba zenye ziko na title deeds.
Na sasa given such a situation yenye mzaa ame left na hajaacha will vizuri, hajatai loose ends zake vizuri, like shamba zenye ziko nini na kuna 2 families, does that spin things into
I wouldn't want to talk about that because we are in court, so I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
Because we are in court.
Okay. Let's move to the next one. So having grown up with your dad like that, I'm sure uko na some memory. Was he part of Mirifresa? After background is swali. Do you have any fond memories growing up with your dad, like that involve you and your father as a child? You're a good father yourself. I see from the little I see from my social media, you're a good friend of mine on the interwebs, and I'm good friends with the family too.
Thank you.
You're a good father, and I want to believe maybe these lessons will pick for Harley.
Thank you.
Yes. So, do you have any fond memories of you and your father growing up, from your childhood, generally speaking?
I would want to run away from that question, but I didn't have a good time with my father. No.
Okay.
No.
Joel,
I had a rough time growing up.
Okay.
And that's why I dropped out of school. I had a very rough time. Actually,
yes.
My father he was a magistrate, and alikuwa ule mzee mkoloni.
He's one of those, eh?
Mzee mkoloni.
Okay.
So, one, he could not allow you as a son or daughter to express your feelings. Okay. I feel like this is better. I feel like I will do this.
Okay.
He was not. So I'm sorry to say this, but I have struggled. I struggled in life just because he was not flexible and friendly.
Okay.
He was not. We grew up just like any other person, despite being a chief of the magistrate. We could go kwenda kuchunga mang'ombe, kwenda kufanya nini. So there was that life that could expose us to, but at the same time we are living this other life. He was not present. You could not genuinely have discussions with him and express your feelings because he was a bit rough. He could not listen to you. What he wants you to do is exactly
his
that.
Way or the highway.
And there's even a time I had a follower called Alex. Alex was in Kibabi High School when I was in Ngoma High School. So Alex told him, Dad, I feel like I'm not comfortable with this school. I would want you to change this school for me. And I think just as a son, he felt he's not comfortable because either there were things that were happening in school that he felt he doesn't want to cope up with that, or there was also a likelihood that either he had been introduced to drugs, had been introduced to smoking, and he feel like he doesn't want that company, he wants to get to another school, or he was feeling like teachers were too hard on him and he feels he should at least have a change of school. But mzee kuna hiyo kitu, enda tu hiyo shule. So wakaanza korofishana kidogo, and being young, at times you feel like, wacha nitoke tu nienda Mombasa, nitapata huo kazi. So he went, alitoka home akasema, kenda kaka Mombasa. Una kitambulisho, una nini, umeenda town ujui nini. And I think things didn't go well. And those days they could just round up people, to have vitambulisho, una kitambulisho. So my brother was put in the cells, akakuwekwa rumande, sema hii ndio wakora nini mashifta nini. He was there for a good time. I think he developed pneumonia, he developed TB and everything. Nobody was there to help him. He has no family, no friend, nobody. We even didn't know where he was, so we were looking for him. So one day there's this guy who calls me, who came home, akaniambia, we unajua ndugu yako kwa Mombasa, I met him somewhere, he's not doing well. Akaniambia, sure. So we told Dad, we are from Mombasa and he's not doing well. So akampea pesa and amlet. But by the time he was coming, alibeba na lori za mamarisis. Kwa trailer tumpeleke nyumbani. By the time he got home, he was worked out. Ameumia, pneumonia imemkula, TB imemkula. I think after 3 days he passed. So, and you see, just because Dad was a bit harsh, I think kama angekuwa a bit flexible, it could have been good. And also, personally, I feel like there was a lot that we really didn't connect on. And even just using harsh words, that's why I'm very keen with my kids. He was that dad when kwenda ukitaka enda kufa mimi na watoto wengi nini you are in Blake, he really wanted people who in first class, wewe unasoma vizuri, wewe number 1 shuleni, wewe ni mtu wake. So if you are struggling and being number 1 or number 20, it all depends on how the support of the family is giving, even encouragement. I tell parents and even young people who want to become parents, there's a lot of strength you give young people by reassuring them.
Yes.
If you just telling them, you're very intelligent, you're the best son I have, try and do this, I know you'll be well, God loves you, I always pray for you, it really gives a lot of.
Yes.
But if you shout at someone, you are cursed, you're what? Those wazee wa kitambo.
You never amount to anything.
Yes, so it really makes someone feel like, kama hata baba ananiambia, in school naambiwa, your father is second to God. So kama baba anakuambia you are cursed, sasa uko na nini nyingine ya kufanya?
Wewe kuisha.
So we really didn't blend well, but I'm trying with my kids to see what God has for us.
Thank you for attempting to answer the question.
But I would advise parents. Today we have a lot of people, young people. Let me talk about men who are engaging in homosexuality. There are a lot of girls who are engaging in lesbianism, and there's a lot of people who say these girls. Hata saa ingine unapata mtu anasema ati huyu msichana anapenda wa baba ama huyu boy anapenda wa mama. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes these people missed something. If as a mother you don't reassure your own daughter, if as a mother you don't hold your own daughter, hug your own daughter and tell her, my daughter, I love you. You are the best daughter I have. I love you. You have nice hair. I want you to be godly. God loves you. Let us do this and that. Someone else is going to do that for you.
Hiyo shimo atatafuta kufill your void.
Atatafuta your gap. And when someone else is doing that for you, you don't know the intentions of this person. Yes. As a father, if you don't reassure your own sons, if your sons are not part and parcel of your life, sons and daughters, there is a gap.
And that gap will be
If you
filled.
speak to some of these girls, and you realize even some of the girls have been raped by uncles. Some of them have been raped by relatives. And when they come before their father and say, Daddy, in fact, it starts with the attempt. Daddy, Elphas anishika hapa. Kambia, we unaongea vinini hivyo mbele ya watu. So huyu mtoto anakuwa na fear to speak up.
And a retreat.
Then what happens? Today we are on the street saying, wasichana wataki kuoleka. But we have exposed these girls to bad behavior. Some of them have been traumatized all through.
In their own homes, places they were supposed to feel safe.
We have taken relatives to stay with us in the family. Some of them have bad intentions. Wasichana wa kazi. Wewe kwanza umekazia msichana wa kazi, sitaki kuona na kijana yote unakaa kwa hii nyumba usitoke. Boyfriend, sitaki kusikia mambo ya boyfriend, unamwacha na kijana yako. Kijana umemkataza, sitaki kuona na mambo ya wasichana kwa hii boma. Watalalishana bwana. They will.
Yeah.
So some of the reassurance that some young men are looking for, unaona, inakuja because our fathers didn't reassure us.
Yeah.
They were not there in our lives. Some of these girls unapata ako tuna tabia ya kupenda mature people because their dad was not there. So and I feel like when you speak to them, they feel like that presence of dad. And I feel the confidence that alikuwa na miss. And I feel the desires alikuwa na miss.
Yeah. Na most of the time hiyo inakuja na complications because hakuna mbaba tu ako bure.
Yes.
Hakuna familia pahali.
Yes. And sometimes even we are not even present to our kids to an extent that tunaachia hata kanisa.
There is that too.
So even kids cannot speak to their pastor and express to them what they want. So what nakwambia, soma Isaiah 34. Soma Titus alifanya nini? I at times say churches have also played a big role in the destruction of families.
Okay.
Yes.
Preach, brother, preach.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
So, flowers to you, having come from where you've come from, the background and coming from a polygamous family, where from the way you're sounding and the treatment that your father took you through, and how you've ended up yourself, and how I see you relating to your children and relating even to your wife publicly, at least. At least you're publicly in your mirror, you're privately pia.
Huyo dada tumetoka na mbali. Of course, as I said, challenges are there in life and everything. But I want to reflect back and tell you, what can I say? Sometimes back, before I even found her, in 2007, I think, during the post-election violence and everything, I was part of the election committee. Sometimes when you're working with the Kenya Red Cross, there are those privileges. You'll find the Minister of Health is looking for people to do polio campaigns. Yes. The IBC want to recruit some team to help them because they used to believe, they still believe, and I noticed that most of the Kenya Red Cross volunteers and staffs have a lot of integrity, and they also have a lot of trainings that they keep every information with dignity. So we could be picked and work for various ministries. So worked with during the IBC nini, tukamaliza tukakutana de mwingine huko, tukakatiana tukasonga, tukaoana hivi. The family haikunitaka. The family could say, this guy comes from a poor background, this guy comes from, now you see people were gauging me from
which year is this? In mwaka gani?
2008.
Okay.
Bwana, Hey, mama Mungu anakuja tu kwangu anaambia msichana toka tuende. You can't get married to such a thing. Hana degree, hana nini. Kama kuna matusi nishaikutana na cheza.
Wewe.
So sisi nasi tukaona hapana, hata mama kama amekataa twende kwa AG. Tukaenda kwa AG. Bro, kufika mahali kwa AG tukaenda tukaficha, tukafanyia Kajiado huko. Ikafika mahali dem pia akabaya idea za wazazi. Hasa ikabidi tu separate. Na separate hapo ni kotini. Kwa mambo mingi.
You had to legally separate again.
Yes, legally separate.
Yes.
So sidema akafunga vyaka akaenda. Akaniwacha hapo. So mimi nikaanza kukatia Ann. So tukingoja legal separation, nikaona mimi wacha liso. Mtu amekuacha. Ungoje legal, uache physical, na amekuwekea bao. Usome, sijui upate mali mingi, upate degree 2, sijui kuwe na nini. Mimi nikasema yes. So mi tukakutana na Ann. Nikamwambia my situation, we moved on, we lived, tukaanza maisha. Kuna swali nilikuwa tunajua tuliuliza lakini wacha niseme. So as we started, I think it was September 17th, ndio tulianza kuishi na Ann. But before that, the same year, 2013, July, nikatoka Pokot, nikakuja Mount Elgon, nikapostiwa Mount Elgon. Tukaambiwa kuna floods Migori. Nikachukua gari, nikateremka. Mimi na watu wa rescue wote tukaenda. Kufika mahali inaitwa Kindu Bay. Nikikata kona hivi nateremka. There was a lorry ahead of me. Inaenda. Hiyo lorry kashika tu brakes. Jamaa akatokea from the co-driver seat akacross barabara mbio. Mimi nimefika. Siren iko, gari kanakimbia. Yaani alikanyaga tu mguu hivi. By the time realize mtu ndio huyu, naona mtu akafika kwa bonnet juu. Nikishika brake down, it was flying. Nikishika brake akatoka kwa carrier, ikamtupa tena kwa bonnet, akaenda chini. Nikapitia juu. Nikitoka hivi, hata afanye hivi, dead. Nilikuwa karibu niruke kichwa. So nikatoka pale, nikaenda nikaangalia, nikatoka nikakaa mahali hapo. Nikachukua simu, nikaenda Facebook. I have killed someone. Nikakaa hapo. So kitu kaniambia na watu walikuwa hapo, kwa some Mluos, kuna kwa msee mwingine tulikuwa naye Mluya na nini. So msee Mluya akasema tuacha mimi nikae hapa. Hawa sasa ni Wajaluo, taelewana tu. Si tukatoka wasa watatu tukakaa kando. So kuna jamaa walipita. Wakaniangalia hivi, wakaenda. Ule mama akakuja hapa akasema, wewe nyinyi mmekuwa na gari wanaoua. Nikapanda juu ya pikipiki. Pikipiki nyingine ikakuja akasema, kimbieni niwapeleke police station. Nikamwambia police station iko wapi? Ati kujeni muende hivi. Tukakaa. So kama wase wajajipanga tukakaa. Kwa pikipiki mbio wase watatu. Ndio hizi zingine zishike moto zitufuate, tumefika police station. Kufika hivi nikapata base commander alikuwa Bungoma hapa, alikuwa Tambinji, ametupa huko. Akaniambia ni wewe ulikuwa na hiyo gari? Akaniambia ingia cell hapo. Ingia cell tuongeenge kama uko ndani, niko ndani. Sasa hiyo mimi tu ni boyfriend wa huyu. Na huyu naye sasa si alienda. Akia Mungu hata demo aoneko tu huyu mtu tumezaa naye mtoto, acha hata niangalie ghasia iko wapi. Hakuna. Huyu akapanda gari akuja kunitafuta huko penye nimefungwa. Evans akamwambia pana, acha mimi niende. But hiyo ni story nyingine. Now tukatoka. Nikapata demo amempeleka kotini. Anataka upkeep, anataka maintenance, anataka sijui destruction of nini. Karibu sema destruction of umbo.
Anyone.
So tikikuwa tu hivyo.
Kuna charge kama hiyo?
Ni karibu niseme. So tukikuwa tu hivyo going to, so nikaanza hiyo kesi, and it really traumatized me, like feeling like you've killed someone.
Yes.
So everyone came, tukakuwa na counseling. Kenya Red Cross helped me, counseling here and there. We picked up, songa. Hiyo ndio siku nionanga nyewe. Mimi siaminingi uchawi. Hata unifanye hiyo siku karibu niamini. Nikakuja nikakaa home for almost a month. So I went back to job. Tukakuwa tuende Likuyani. There was a day nimekaa tu nasema nitaenda in the afternoon, nikapigwa simu na Dr. Wamudu, hii gari umepaka hapa imeblock watu. Nikakuja nikachukua gari. Nikasema badala kukaa acha niende. Naenda Kimilili nichukue jamaa fulani, tuende wapi? Naenda Kapsokoni nichukue jamaa tuende Likuyani. On my way to Kimilili, tuko gari 4. Gari ya kwanza, gari ya pili, mimi, gari ingine nyuma. Kuna watoto wako huku, mama yao wako huku anawaita. Gari ya kwanza ikapita, ya pili ikapita. Sasa yangu ndio inakuja, mtoto akachomoka.
Man.
Niliswavu gari nikaenda mpaka nikaingia kichaka huko. Headlamp ikachapa mtoto kichwa. Akachapa kwa lami. Akakufa.
Boy.
Within 2 months I've killed 2 people. So hiyo ilikuwa that was within 3 months hivi. That was in November. Sasa tumeona September. Red Cross wakanifuta job.
So that is the reason why your contract was terminated.
Bro, I was newly married.
Na huyu mwingine amekusuu.
I had 3 cases in court. Ya huko, ya huku, na ya divorce. Upkeep, sijui nini. It was tough. There was a situation where I could barely even afford a meal. The friends I had from Kenya Red Cross, wale wenye tulikuwa ati iko mwingine pastor anaitwa Ruchu, mwenye after sijui ngapi angenipigia elfu mambo nitumie kwa 2K hapo, pia kwa Red Cross. Hata sasa ukipiga simu ashiki. Hii mapasta pia. Why? It was tough.
Hey.
So nikakaa home, nianza kutafuta bearing. Tuko naye, tuko na ako na ball. Hata tukwenda kulipa NHIF, aanze clinic. It was not easy. But God has been good. He struggled.
She stuck with you through all this?
She did. She was there. And now I was traumatized. Ningelala usiku, saa ingine nastuka na scream. I'm like, what's happening?
PTSD, huh?
Hata niambia for everything is okay. Everything will be okay. She'll pray with me. When I didn't even raise anything, she could talk to her mother, Mom, hapa tuko na pambana. Her mother will send something. Ule mama Bishop Apostle Mama Murunga, they were there. All my friends, and just I gave me usema hii friendships come. All my friends were not there. We struggled. And now you can see all the stories nakupigia zote zinakuja na kuna time nilikuwa naenda kotini, sina fare, inafaa tuende na yeye.
How are you paying lawyers?
I didn't pay any lawyer. I presented myself to court.
Uko naenda tu unajitetea ukiwa pande gani?
Namwambia wacha tufanyie. So we could pray and aniulize for do you think you're okay? Nikamwambia his story, this is what happened. Me, I don't need to have a lawyer. Nitaenda kotini. Lawyer anakuja ananiuliza maswali. Mimi namwambia this is what happened, this is what happened. kesi ya huko koti ikatupa.
Yes, yeah.
The driver the court has come to find out that the driver did not commit this offense willingly. The then person ule alicross mwenyewe barabara, gari kamgonga nini, wakatupa kesi. Nikasema Mungu wangu. Nikakuwa sasa napambana. Hii nimeshtakiwa Nairobi. Napandanga gari kwenda.
Na hiyo time alikuwa na virtual court.
Sasa yes, so ikabidi niongee na advocate Makali. He's my friend. Akaniambia 4,000. Kwanza nilikuwa nimegive, yani nimeona sina job, sina life, sina mbele na nyuma, nikasema wacha wakitaka wanifunge walifanya chochote. Ile ya Nairobi na ya huku pia. But what I'll do, I'll just present myself to court. So hiyo ya upkeep na nini I ignored zote, siko naenda. Wanatuma vitu siendi. Wakuja wanishike wanifunge. So one day the uncle to my wife akaniita akaniambia, baba, I know what you're going through, but let me advise you. Just enda kotini, present yourself, waambie kote ufanye kazi, una chochote, and you are willing to pay 200 shillings per month. Hiyo ndio utapata. Nikamwambia uncle, si utanifunga hata, si utaambia
Umeanza kuleta mchezo wa kazi.
Yes. Nakaniambia hapana.
Enda.
Just go.
You did?
Because if unakataa kwenda court summons,
yeah,
court ita make a very firm decision.
Yes, contempt of court, yes.
Yes. So nikatafuta Makali akaniandikia reply bwana mzuri. So I got, luckily Mungu naye ni nani. So ule day by the time I was doing reply, kwanza nilikuwa take time kwanza 2013 na reply sijui 2018 because he ran kotini. Luckily yeye pia sijui akapata scholarship akaenda wapi, koti katupa hiyo kesi. So akarudi sasa ku reapply. Vile niliandika reply akasema sasa nikapata alikuwa tena amezaa mtoto mahali kuna mtu mwingine. Lakini story mingi nisipige. Kesi katupa bana.
At least ukapumua hapo.
Kesi katupa. Simu yangu iko. So ikaisha hivyo. Kimilili. Nikaenda explain myself, magistrate akanisikiza, nikarudi. Na hii dunia siku nyingine niko tuko matatu hapa nimekaa ndani. Naenda kesi ya huko, in fact naenda kesi ya Kisumu ya Homa Bay. Mtu akakuja, mimi nilikuwa kwanza kukaa kwa gari mbele na isikia nipigwa na upepo. Watu wamekaa gari kajaa. Na naona demo anakuja ati akae mbele, ati fungulia madama akae hapa mbele. You know, you have a lot of stress, you don't hata utaki mambo mingi. Nikasonga tu. Akakaa. Tukaenda sasa niko nasonga hata ndio dera sema wewe tumekupunguzia na 20 bob, una hata fare. Kwenda kufika mbele. Someone called me kujua hiyo kesi ikoje nini, kama explainia tu, so ndio niko naenda nini. Kusema sawa tu. Iko kesho nikamwambia yeye. Kimaliza tu nikakaa nikaona ananigonga tu. At how are you? Fine. Kesi yako ya Kimilili ilishaje? Nikamwambia kesi gani? I'm the one handling it. I'm like, Kasema to be well. Bado kuna Red Cross niambiwa nifuta. Ati kwa nini? Nikasema tu to be well. So that girl alisimama na mimi. She was there at our lowest, at everything. She was there, prayed for us, and all through, at even the activities and events we are doing. I think she has really played a very big role in just trying to make sure everything runs well, trying to get more information on how we can do it best, putting a lot of investment, both financially and ideas. She has been of great value. And I think what people should do is if you find the right person, finding the right person is quite hard, but if you find someone who is intentionally willing to see you people grow together,
yes,
invest together. Just put your minds together and see what you
Kanyageni
can do.
pamoja.
But if you find someone who is more of anataka tu ya kule, anataka avae, anataka nini umtengeneze, then it becomes hard. But someone who would sacrifice, aenda alale nje apambane na madecoration, anguke na mahema just to put things together, it's been a blessing.
That was a keeper. Well, let us switch gears a little bit. Mkwanga fan wa DVD sana. Our current Prime Cabinet Secretary. For a long time, umekuwa ukiimba tu through your social media. Like, I was trying to ignore it, but it was so apparent that you are a big fan. Are you still a fan even right now? You evolved away from him?
I used to find him to be a very sober person.
Yes.
I used to find him to be very reasonable.
Yes.
Of which I still think he is.
Yes.
But currently, I've really moved away from
his ideology.
His ideologies and any other ideology of a politician.
Okay.
I'm not doing politics.
Mambo ya politician nimeona ni
mniwachane tu.
Ufanye tu mambo yako.
Acha nifanye mambo yangu. I'm no longer looking at politicians as destiny helpers. I'm no longer looking at politicians as people who could change the lives of people. But most of them are my friends. Most of them are my friends.
Yes.
And we speak to each other. We will advise each other. So many of them encourage me, Elphas, shika tu hivyo. And I think I'm okay.
Would you consider yourself a career in politics?
No, I don't think so.
Being such a popular guy, bringing a lot of people together.
I think we can just help each other. And
ground too.
Help each other in terms of ideas. Lakini tuwa ground at mimi niko nasema ati haya sasa pea titima sama pea nani siya ati pea sijui titima hapana.
Hiyo mambo wewe pana tambua.
Tu.
One time mama kumi bila break.
Sijui. Siasa sijui. But I would encourage people to look at politicians as someone who can transform lives of other people. They might not transform your life, but they can transform other people. When people around you or even your age group can get opportunities, to me it's a plus than getting people who will not really do much, but they just want to help each other. And most of them, they're just supporting each other around Western, around everywhere. Wote tu wanasaidiana. So mimi kwangu saizi siasa tuache pile tu kura nitapiga.
Utapiga tu lakini hauna maoni mingi sana kuhusu siasa.
I've been so close to the former Assistant Minister Alfred Hangati. I've been close to Ditmas. I've been close to Wangamati. Dan Wanyama is my good friend. Mheshimiwa Majimbo Kalasinga, Jack Wambo, Wamunyinyi.
Yes.
Wamunyinyi is my guy.
Yes.
But for now, let me keep them as my brothers.
Hebu ambia Wamunyinyi tunamtaka hapa kwa hii podcast.
Yeah.
Tunataka kuja tuambie huko DAF Kenya wanafanya aje.
Anaweza. Anaweza.
Yeah, he's been here for other services, but sasa tunamtaka kwa podcast.
Tutamtafuta. I know he will.
All right.
And maybe we can also look for Majimbo. Majimbo's my
kama uko na hiyo contact, we shall contain, we shall run on your...
He's flexible.
We shall ride on your influence. Sisi wewe unaona tuogopa, unajua mtu akisikia tu podcast, tukae tu tuongee. Watu wanatoroka. Unaona it can get a bit intense.
It can.
Yes,
it
so
can
most people run away from. Unajua radio ni papa. Umemaliza TV papa umemaliza. Hiyo na unajitetea paka umaliza.
Wewe unajitetea.
Yes. So I'm heading towards winding down. I have a couple of quick fire questions. Za haraka. Hizi ufikirie sana. Hizi unataka tu venye imekuja.
Leta bwana.
So ya kwanza hii ni kama if you ever watched any of our episodes, hii ni constant, hii inakuanga tu. I am one of those people who is heavy on the concept of beginning with the end in mind. So ukipata na kuuliza swali kama picture a 70-year-old MCL4, what is in his mind? Nini iko kwa akili yako?
A 70-year-old MCL4, I think I'll be doing a lot of advisory and inspiring people to positive change and behavior change. I think that would be okay with me. And also mentorship on young people. I also have a lot of passion for supporting widows and people who are looking for second chance, third chance. Yes. A lot of girls who got married because their parents were not there, they were check class 8, and they want to get a chance, maybe get back to university, college, and I think I would love to inspire such people to get back to school and not just go back to school to study, like get back to school to get knowledge.
Okay. Okay, nice, apt. What is the one skill you wish you ever had?
One what?
Skill gani tu ukiangalianga mtu maybe akifanya unasema naweza katika hivi ama I know you can dance but
yes.
Ama kucheza ball, I don't know.
I think one skill I wish I had as a major knowledge is I wish I had a perfect touch on the Bible and Bible teachings.
Okay.
Yes. It really blends well with the MCing.
Okay.
And you can even choose to be a public speaker in schools and encourage
you unaanguka tuna verse out of nowhere tu.
Yes, from nowhere uko nayo. But I'm very poor there. I'm quite poor. Oh.
That you can easily work on if you want
yes,
to.
But,
Tukijikaza tu kidogo, schedule ikikuwa easy kidogo in your 60s pale na yote utaweza nayo.
Hapo sana kaa tu kwa meeting nikisoma vitabu. I think that
yeah, right. I love it. The third one is, what is the one question that you wish people asked you more? People in your life, friends, family. Swali gani hiyo ungetamani uulizwange lakini for some reason people never really ask you that question? Is the one question you want to be asked? Kwa sawa bro? Kutoka hiyo, I don't know.
Sioni.
Hakuna? Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Okay, I'm just giving examples. No. I'm giving examples.
But there is something that the only thing that, but I relate na swali yako is people misunderstand me. Actually, I'm a very I rarely speak about my issues. I rarely blend with people. It's not the way people think. I rarely. And sometimes people think I don't want to work with them. So sometimes ulisikia fulani alisema hivi, fulani alifaa hataki kufanya na sisi, alifaa hataki, lakini ni hivyo tu ndio niko. And hivyo ndio niko because of the things I've gone through. Sometimes I feel like sometimes keep your things to yourself.
Watakuelewa. Okay.
But swali sijui bwana.
Iko sawa. Hivi ni quick fire, ni hit or miss. Ukishika ikiconnect ni sawa, ikikataa tunasonga mbele kama injili. Hata since hiyo ni kama imeleta utata, I'll ask the next one. Haiko hapa lakini nitauliza tu. Do you have any regrets? Like when you look back at your journey?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I wish I could discover myself early enough.
Okay.
I wish
in what sense?
I was a perfect rugby player. I have talent. I was a perfect rugby player. I was good in arts. I told you I was at the National Theatre. And sometimes I feel like I wish I could have done these things early enough. I could be quite far.
Okay.
Though at times I say God has every reason for things that happen in life.
For sure.
I wish I could discover myself, the self-discovery.
Okay.
It took me time. However, it might have come at the right time.
Maybe hata saizi unajigundua hata sahi. Are you a coffee or a tea person?
Coffee. I used to be tea, but I'm coffee.
Umeswitch?
Coffee.
Bana, hiyo ni kitu ya kuswitch hivyo tu. What's the story there? Director anacheka nini? Coffee.
Yes.
Uko team ya director. Director unapata wafuasi hapo.
Coffee.
What is the last song you listened to? Leo, jana, juzi?
Buy Me a Rose. Luther Vandross, Buy Me a Rose.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Hata ukiniwekea nisikie.
I
love Luther Vandross. So
Miss Jane, enjoy the dance with my father.
unajua dance, kuna amazing dance with my father, but I love the one I listened to the last ni Buy Me a Rose.
Okay.
Yes.
Very nice. Before nikupatia chance ya kuplug event yako ya Sato, kuambia mafans wetu wachukue tiko. Normally huwa man, this coming here we really appreciate, na huwa tunapeana kikombe kwa ule mwenye ukishakunywa ndani chai tunakuambia ni yako. Sasa for some reason tumejisahau leo, hatujakuwa na nini. Crocs director, kuna box hapo,
Hata hizi pia nabeba.
Now that hujakunywa unaweza chukua wako. By the speaking of this, our beautiful sponsor. Mazee, unajua hii production ni ngumu bana kufanya.
Yes.
The black one, the black cabinet hapo chini kuna mug ndani, but just chomoa the super fun mug, lete box tupatie MC one.
It's nice, and feel free to invite me any other time.
Yes.
Tumekuwa tunakimbia, but I have a lot we can share. I have a lot. Yeah. Actually, I have a lot.
Yeah. So we, of course, nyinyi watu wa ground, tuko na space, tunaweza kata watu watatu. Unaona, by the other day we hosted Ras, tukakaa naye watu watatu paka na director. So very soon tukikuwa na topic yenye tunashuku unaweza toa maoni mingi, tuko na ideas, tunaweza kuita pia changie.
Thank you.
So as I was saying, this is our sponsor, so tunamshukuru sana bana. Hizi stories zetu zina bei.
Who is the sponsor?
This is Magic Drinks from Hetias.
Nice.
Yes. Ndio sababu unaona tumeset hizi mamizinga hapa, so that ukisikia sukari inaanza kushuka unapandisha unapandisha kidogo.
Hizi mimi zinanipeleka vizuri. Hiyo pia mimi sikunywangi pombe, so easy.
So hapa tumepeleka smart, iko
nice.
sawa.
And water.
So as I was saying, huwa tunashukuru sana if anyone comes here and shares their story. Tunaambia kikombe yenye umekunywa hapo nayo maji ama sharubati ya time lapse, pachika hapo ndani ni yako, enda nayo nyumbani. Ukikunywa chai pia,
coffee,
kunywa coffee. I'm sorry. Ukikunywa coffee
domains
unatukumbuka kama time lapse. Ukikutana na link zetu huko kwa mtandao, unagonga share.
Thank you. I will.
Na una encourage mafans wako wengi, uko nao wengi bana. Uko nao wengi kama fans wako, na encourage wa subscribe to the Time Lapse podcast, so that story zetu ama story yako pia ifikie watu wengi zaidi, na wakuwa encouraged ku soldier on in life. Unajua unaweza kunafikiria yako ni mbaya zaidi, kumbe unasikia yako bana, unasema bwana, kumbe yangu si mbaya.
Yeah, unaweza piga story mtu yeye akamwambia wewe unalia ati baba sija alifanya nini, mine alikufa before hata nimuone.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So anakuwa maybe encouraged, unaona. So that's why
true. And even there are a lot of people struggling out there. Kuna widows wamefukuzwa kwa maboma, wanakaa nje, they're raising kids.
Yes.
And raising kids, and then you realize shamba yenye mlo struggle, even the house you struggle kununua na bwana wako, someone else is living in, ama hata imeuzwa.
Yes.
Just because you are a widow or there was nobody to stand there for you.
For sure.
Thank you so much for the invite. Nilikuwa elusive, but nikaona wacha niende tu.
Yes.
Tuone what we can discuss.
It's an easy conversation. Napiga tu story. Feel
free to invite me again.
Yes.
I'll come.
All right.
Yes.
So this is your camera. Unaweza angalia hapo. Unaweza sema parting shots zako.
Wewe nikunywe hiki. Kikombe yangu kweli imeenda. So guys, I want to invite you for the Isukuti experience this Saturday. We will be at the Rahla Hotel, Rahla Resort. We'll be dancing Sukuti. Not only Sukuti, but we're also doing other music, other Luya music being done by the DJ Will. And we just want to invite you to be part of us. Once Sukuti unapumzika, tunaanza dance kidogo, mika wanyenje nini, then we come back to Sukuti. We just want to have fun. Majorly these things are just bringing us together, unwind, enjoy the weekend and go home. And that's why we are doing them in the garden, so that people can have a different experience of music and leisure. And we just want you guys to come. Let's have the experience of Isukuti together. They'll be here on Friday. So Saturday, wanaamka to fresh. So that we can have a vibe together. Thank you so much. I want to invite you. Our tickets we are selling. We have a pay bill, a Family Bank pay bill, 222-111, then 27-27-87-3. That is the account number. Please support us. Let's grow together. Let's have fun. Let's come out and unwind. Enjoy. Twende nyumbani. That's the biggest thing we want to do together. Thank you so much, guys. I love you, your fans. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the messages that you send to us so that we can improve and grow bigger. And we really appreciate you. We really appreciate everything that you think can support us and make us better. Asanteni sana. Niruhusu pia nitambua our proud sponsors who have been there for us all through. The Family Bank, Bungoma branch has been there for us. Diva Beauty College has been there for us. ZKK, Anita Zakia, thank you so much for being with us. And Ingo Arts, mpiga picha. Umesimama na mimi bro. Thank you so much. May God bless you.
Walela Wines?
That's the partner. How could I forget Walela Wines? Yes. Walela Wines is also our partner. Asante sana. Na nimeona pia CPA Ujambo is coming on board. Muti ya white label. Asante sana. God bless you.
Asante sana. So, watu time lapses. Ndieni umrushe mabeka huku na huku. Ndieni dance.
Wakuje time lapses wakuje warushe mabeka.
Time lapses wakuje warushe mabeka. Just this Saturday G kata hii segment tuwaekee huko kwanza kama nini director bana. Yes, kwa sababu I don't think the episode will be ready before Saturday. All right. Hive off that segment, All right, sawa. Kama hakuna jambo lingine, si ni kuambia tu as usual, subscribe, share, comment. Ndio injili yetu ifikie wengi zaidi. Other than that, peace.